All right, so John, you've been here for a couple days already. This is game 2 for the Suns. What do you think of the Suns rookies, Ryan Dunn and Oso Ighodaro so far?
Well, Ryan Dunn, first of all, wahoo wah, went to Virginia. Defensively, he can play in the NBA, clearly. He can guard multiple positions. He's athletic, gets his hand on a lot of balls, can block shots. What can he do at the offensive end? That's a question. He lost confidence in his shooting with Virginia last year. Can he become a threat from the three-point line? Can he do enough other things, even inside the three-point line, to keep himself on the floor for his defense? Oso Ighodaro was one of my favorite sleepers in the draft. Big guy who can handle the ball, pass, shoots a floater, pretty good with his feet and switches. The thing you want to see from him is, can he handle the traditional big guy stuff? Is he going to rebound? Is he going to play with physicality, finish around the basket? So I like what Phoenix came away with in the draft. I like Oso especially. I think he could be a backup 5 potentially even right now. But we'll see, and that's part of what the Summer League journey is all about.
Obviously, the Suns had limited assets to, put together the rest of their roster, but they brought in Monte Morris, Mason Plumlee. What do you think of the job that they did in terms of rounding out the edges?
Yeah, they need another point guard, they need a center, and they accomplished that. I mean, realistically, on minimums, I don't think they were doing better than those guys. So that's what they were able to do, and probably hit pretty close to what their realistic ceiling was on those kind of deals.
Last thing I had for you was the second tax apron's been a big talking point all summer. The Suns obviously doing what few other teams are doing, diving right into it. What do you think about the way that they're approaching that?
Well, if there was a fourth apron, the Suns would be over that too, right? They definitely, I mean, you could see with the Royce O'Neal deal, they kind of had their hands tied a little bit and didn't, I don't think they really were in a position to negotiate because they needed that contract because they had no means to replace it. But now they put themselves in an interesting position potentially where they can trade down in money, which you can do, but you can't even aggregate guys to you can't even take two $10 million guys and trade for a $15 million guy, even though it's less money for your team. It's really tight the way they've done that. So they've given themselves enough flexibility, let's say, to deal with this new environment, but it's still going to be really hard. I mean, they have no draft picks. They just, it's going to be hard.